Hello everyone, welcome to our debate. We are Valeria, Nayeli, Veronica, and Sara. And today we're going to discuss the topic the use of cell phone in secondary school. And this is an important topic because technology is part of student daily life, but it can also affect learning concentration. And in this debate, we will present different perspectives about whether cell phone should be restricted or be allowed in school. So let's begin. Well, I agree that cell phone can be useful in secondary school because they help develop responsibility and detail awareness. And the use of cell phone in class can be effective. It is guided by teacher and used for educational purpose. For example, a student can use tools like quizzes, Kahoot, or interactive activities to make learning more dynamic. And they can also search for information quickly and support their understanding of the topic. In addition, the cell phone can help to organize their tasks, manage their time, and keep track of their activities. Um, but this only works if students are taught to use them responsibly. And I think for me the problem is not the phone, but how you use it in the classroom.
On the other hand, many places restrict the use of the cell phone. For example, Maria Jimenez's rural school in Agua Azul Casanare was ranking among the best rural schools. The principal attributed to achievement uh, and that decision and said uh, and said it this decision had possible impact the students' academic performance.
Hello, everyone. I agree that cell phone should be allowed in class because they make learning more interesting and interactive with the students. And many students feel more motivated when they can use their phones to watch videos, share for information, or use education app. For example, when practicing Duolingo or Stimulator or anything else. Yeah, or when you say, oh, come on, use this app for read a book or for practice this in a specific topic. It's really wonderful. And this makes the class more dynamic. And I really like when the class is dynamic. Yeah, because the student interested really more for participate and help the student understand better with the digital tools. And yeah, this is in my personal opinion.
Hello, my name is Nayeli Rego. I am listening Valerie and Veronica opinion. Also, the argument and very interesting, but I don't have agree with their opinion. I think in reality classroom or in reality class, it's very different. First, it's very impossible the teacher have control over students use the cell phone all the time. The teachers or control the use cell phone or give a class. Two things at the same time. It's very difficult. The students interrupt the class or affect learning or teaching process. And my second opinion, it's now everybody have IA tools or apps IA in the cell phone. It's very easy. The students pick up your cell phone and writing your homework, writing your exercise, and copy and paste the information. I think this situation foment or affect the learning and teaching process.
Although the use of cell phones in the classroom may seem like a useful tool, in secondary education it presents more disadvantages than benefits, especially for students between the age of 15 and 18. First, various studies have shown that cell phones cause constant distraction and notification apps and social media interrupt students' attention and make it difficult to concentrate on academic tasks, directly affecting their understanding of the context in performance, indicating that their presence does not always support learning. More at this age, students are still developing self-regulation skills, so your restricted access to these devices can encourage dependency and inappropriate use. Diverting from education goals, like with constant cell phone use, limits face-to-face interaction, reducing opportunities to develop communication and teamwork skills, which are essential in the school environment. It is also important to consider that not all students have equal access to device or internet connectivity, which can create inequality in the classroom. Also, some arts that do like Kahoot or Kick's access to information make learning more dynamic. These benefits do not outweigh the social direction and risks, as the same objectives can be achieved through other teaching strategies without relying on the cell phone. In conclusion, the problem is not only how the device is used, but also the negative impact it can have too on the education process. Therefore, its use in the classroom, especially in secondary education, should be limited or strictly controlled.
Yeah, I see your point. Forever guidance can be more effective than restriction in the long term. And I understand your point. But control is not about restriction, it's about teaching responsibly use. That's my opinion.
And in conclusion, mobile phone use among students age 15 to 18, both positive and negative effects, obviously. Because do you use for learning, creative, and communication in the parts of the student daily life, yeah. And so interested of being a school should guide a student in using them responsibility. I consider the responsibility is the most important part with when do you try to use the cell phone in class. And thank you so much for your attention, and remember, the responsibility is important.